Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Today I'm doing something a little different. My subscribers have been asking for some kids' quencher recipes. I make non-caffeinated teas for my daughters all the time, so I thought I'd share some of the recipes with you. This one is Frosty the Snowman. You're going to start with this is the blueberry beverage enhancer, and I'm going to be doing a half a teaspoon. These are the Herbalife beverage enhancers. Your coach can get these for you. And now we're going to go with blue raspberry, and we're also going to do a half a teaspoon. But again, if you're a member, your coach can get these flavors for you. If you are not with Herbalife yet, reach out to me. All my contact info is in my link tree in the description, and I can help you out. We're going to do cranberry aloe. This is the bottom side of your Herbalife spoon. I'm just going to put that in there one time. It's about a half a tablespoon. And this one was the cranberry aloe. And now I am going to fill this cup up with ice. For my kids' quenchers, I always do a 20-ounce cup. And let me tell you, they absolutely love them. I actually make them for them before they go to school, so they can they're in a disposable cup with straw, so they can take them with them to school and just throw them away when they're done. And now I'm going to put the straw in, and we're going to go on to the next layer. I'm going to add a little bit of water so that it separates, because it's going to be a white layer on top. And then now we're going to move on to this next layer. This is just a little bit of warm water. And this is a 4th cup measuring cup. And this is my unsweetened coconut milk. If you follow my channel, this is an amazing addition to these teas. And my daughters beg for their teas to have coconut milk. So we're going to do an 1/8 of a cup and put it right into this cup. And now we are going to move on to our next step, which is going to be the coconut beverage enhancer. This one also comes from Herbalife. Again, your coach can get these for you. If you don't have a coach, let me know. I'm going to do a full teaspoon because these teas do not have liftoff or tea in them. So you need a little bit more beverage enhancers to get the flavor so they don't taste watered down. And then I'm going to mix just a little water in here. And I'm going to froth it together for a minute so it gets foamy. While I have a moment, I do want to thank everybody for all of the likes, comments, subscribes, the shares, all of the amazing comments and support. You guys are awesome. So now we're going to take this creamy layer. I'm going to add just a little bit more water. And we are going to pour this layer over the top of the blue layer. Again, this one is called Frosty the Snowman, and my 10-year-old daughter Kylia actually named this one. So I was making it for her, and she's like, oh, it's like Frosty. So anyways, that is Frosty the Snowman. Let me know what your kids think of it, you guys. Now we're going to move on to our next kids' quencher. This one is called Elf on the Shelf. And we are going to start with cherry limeade. We're going to get our Herbalife spoon, and we're going to measure out a half a teaspoon, and we're going to do it twice. So it'll be a full teaspoon of the limeade. Now we're going to do some cranberry aloe. I'm also going to do the Herbalife spoon. This is going to be the smaller side of the Herbalife spoon. And I'm actually going to do it twice to give it a little bit more of a cranberry flavor. I'm going to just swirl that around a little bit. And now I am going to take my crushed ice, and I'm going to fill my cup up with ice. And this one is all stuck together for whatever reason. Break it up a little. That's definitely not going to work. And once you have your ice all in the cup, we're going to move on to the next layer. Tap it down a little bit, get your ice even. And let me get a straw. And we'll just put this into the drink. And now we're going to move on to mixing our next layer. We're going to do some limeade beverage enhancer because this is the green layer. And I'm going to use my Herbalife spoon. And I'm going to put in a half a teaspoon. And then I'm going to do a little bit of sour apple because my kids like sour teas. I'm going to do 1/4 of a teaspoon. Also because I want a little bit darker of a green color. So it's kind of like a cherry limeade drink, but with just a little bit of apple flavor. And now we're going to take this layer. I'm going to add a little more water. And we're just going to pour this over the top. And now that is the elf on the shelf. Now we are moving on to our next kids quencher. We're going to start with some rainbow candy. And then this one is called Whoville. We're going to do a half a teaspoon. And just put that into your water. Again, all of my kids' quenchers are in 20-ounce cups. We're going to do some mandarin aloe. You're going to use the bottom side of the big side of the Herbalife spoon. And I'm going to do it twice because I don't think that this bottom part is a full half of a tablespoon. So I'm going to do it twice. And then we are going to move on to my unsweetened coconut milk. And I'm going to just put this in here to the eighth of a cup line and pour it into our bottom layer. And now I'm going to froth it together because I want these colors to get all mixed and they're going to look nice and creamy. So now I'm going to fill the cup up to the top with ice so we can get that nice layered effect. And then let me get my straw ready. We're going to put this one into the cup, and now we are moving on to our next layer. This is the blue raspberry beverage enhancer. We're going to do a half a teaspoon and just put it into this water. And then I'm going to do a little bit of cotton candy as well. Half a teaspoon right into this same layer. And then we're going to do the same amount of coconut milk, the 1/8 of a cup, and we are going to mix it right into this layer. I'm going to add a little bit of water, that way it takes the tea up to the top. And again, this is the Whoville recipe. Let me know what your kids think of it, you guys. And now we're going to move on to our last kids quencher. And here we go. So here is a 20-ounce cup. And we're going to start with our first beverage enhancer. This one is the acai berry. And we're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon. And you're just going to mix it right into your drink here. And then we're going to do a little bit of pomegranate. Now, I don't have a label on here because for whatever reason, I had to open another bag because I can't find the one that had the label. So, and I don't know where my pen is. So we're going to do just a 1/2 teaspoon in that one. And then we're going to do the mandarin aloe. This is going to be a tablespoon, the tablespoon side, but we're going to do the opposite side and mix this right into the drink. And then I think I forgot to tell you, this kids quencher is called Reindeer Games. So, and now that we have that layer mixed, we are going to fill this up to the top with ice. Again, that way we get the nice layer effect. And I'll get a straw here. Put the straw in here, and now we will move on to our next layer. This is just a little bit of water, or I need to get a little bit of water here. Clearly wasn't ready. So now that I have my water, we are going to do sour apple. Again, I told you my kids love these sour kids quenchers, so of course I'm going to do a 1/2 teaspoon. I'm going to mix it right into this water. And then, because this coconut milk, unsweetened coconut milk, is so popular with my kids, I am going to take and just measure out 1/8 of a cup and pour it into my layer. And I'm going to froth it together for a moment. That way it gets all foamy. Add some water to it and then pour it over this top layer. So again, these are my kids quenchers. I've been making these drinks for my kids for a while, and they have begged me to start recording them so they can watch and help. So here are 4 of my Christmas edition kids quenchers for you guys. Let me know what your kids think of them. Thank you for all of your support. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Thanks.